Don't worry, all good here. No fire extinguisher needed. How many of you checked your smoke alarms? Remember we talked about how important fire and making sure your smoke alarms are working in your house? So, it's just a random, wild, romantic Tuesday night here. That's right, I put my Wild Thing mask on for you. Speaking of romance, today I noticed while I was sitting at my sewing table, which is just outside, just in front of my front door, and you've seen me broadcast from my porch before. And so my porch gets really warm. It's like a little greenhouse in there because it's all enclosed. And so sometimes I like to open the front door of my house because a lot of warm air can come in. So, and I'm sitting right there at my sewing table making masks. And I notice in front of my house, a car pulls up and stops. So you're in front of my house, so I'm going to check out what's going on. And of course I have to be like neighborhood hawk to see what's happening. And I see a young man get out of the car and, start to walk. So I'm like, oh, I don't think anything of it. So I walk away and then I come back and then I see him walking further. Hi, Mark Palumbo. I see him walking past a few houses and like to a destination. And I'm thinking, what is going on here? And then I see the car pull away and I see there's a young woman in the car. And I'm like, what's going on here? There's some serious high school stuff going down, I think. So if I see them again, I think I know what's happening. I'm going to have to run out some masks for them, not for their faces, but for their private parts. That's right. Because what's the deal with social distancing if the young people who are dying to see each other are not following it? They're sneaking off and having to be romantic and dropping each other off 4 or 5 houses down the street and the kids walking to his house. I mean, what other reason would he be walking down to his house? So, next time I see them, they're getting masks for their privates. That's right. And it's 10 to 12, so this is the X-rated version of Vivian Live. Not really. Anyway, so as you can see, I'm just having my own wild romantic Tuesday night here. There's my Wild Thing mask. And I didn't get to light my candles, but I plan to. But it's just in time for some fireside fodder. Can fodder be the word of the day? Or do too many of you know what that means? Well, I had to look it up the first time that I heard it. And I acted all cool like I knew what it was because, first impressions are important. So tonight, I'm a hot nerd. Get it? Let's just say fodder is food for thought, grist for the mill, right? So, as you may have guessed, I'm passionate about keeping you alive. So, in the spirit of yesterday, I thought I would bring back the swimsuit edition of the mask, but maybe we'll reprise that another day. But I want you, because I want to remind you to be positive, hopefully just not COVID positive, okay? But yesterday I quoted a line from In Living Color, Lenny Kravitz's song, and at the end of that song, he also says, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. So to a call back to yesterday, again, thank you, Lenny Kravitz. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you saying that. Lenny Kravitz via Martin Luther King via Franklin Delano Roosevelt first said that phrase. So if you haven't heard it, you're going to hear it now. And if you've heard this speech before, it's an amazing reminder. So I have to use notes to read it because I don't know it off the top of my head. But the only thing you have to fear is fear itself. So actually what I want to talk about is I had closed my business on March 15th. And that was a huge decision. And it was really hard to do. But you know what made it easy? 1, our clients' health. 2, our health. And really was thinking about our community, how many other people we could affect. And so if you're feeling fearful, just remove the fear from the equation. And you know how you do that? Wear a mask, right? Talking about yesterday wearing a mask. So if you're worried, well, I don't know if she has it. I don't know if they have it. I don't know if I'm going to get sick. Guess what? Remove the unknown. All the fears, poof, like magic, disappear. Just go up in cinder like in the flame. It's all just going to disappear. So The only thing to fear is fear itself. So if you can remove the fear, you're not going to be fearful. So if you feel like wearing a mask, get wild, okay? And just know that you can control that thing that is fearful to you. So I'm going to read you something called Our Deepest Fear, which you may recognize. This speech from Nelson Mandela really made it popular, but it was actually written by Marianne Williamson. Ready? It's pretty good stuff. Hold on to your seats. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is written us. I must have dropped a word here. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, not unlike this fireplace, we unconditionally give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Do I need to read that again? That's Our Deepest Fear by Marianne Williamson. So if you missed the beginning of it, do the replay. And thanks for watching this X-rated, super hot version of Vivian Live. Hope you guys have a great night. I snuck it in here. It's about 10 to 12 Tuesday night. Hot and wild, romantic Tuesday night. Have a great night, everybody. See you tomorrow.